My name is Tom Ream. I am here with Dick Hutchinson. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning, Tom.
Dick and I are retired chemical engineers. Both of us are very concerned about global warming and the decisions currently being made to solve it. Unfortunately, this problem cannot be solved by the business as usual approaches now being used. These many independent initiatives, influenced by political agendas, corporate priorities, and special interest passions, place humanity on a path toward disaster. In saying this, we put ourselves in the vulnerable position of the child who blurted out, "The emperor has no clothes." Dick, please explain the realities of the global warming problem that drive my statements.
Tom, I agree 100% with what you said. We must accept that the Earth is one unified system that is controlled by the laws of nature. Our social priorities, economies, and even our well-being and survival are not taken into account by the laws of nature. By burning fossil fuels and releasing CO2, we, the people, have destabilized the entire Earth's energy balance. More energy coming in than going out has caused global warming, which in turn drives climate change. Now it is up to us to stabilize and adjust the Earth's energy balance to halt warming and return to acceptable conditions. To do this, the sum total of actions by all nations and people must interact successfully with the Earth through its laws of nature. In other words, we must solve global warming on Earth's terms. The Earth cannot and will not respond to the business as usual priorities that Tom just mentioned. We must also accept that the global warming problem is a, quote, wicked problem with a mix of technical, economic, and social political factors all snarled together like a Gordian knot. Neither step-by-step problem solving nor current business as usual approaches work on such problems. These problems can only be solved using a non-business as usual wicked problem approach, a way to focus and empower people to solve such problems. Relying on business as usual methods ignores these two realities, resulting in Tom's prediction of disaster. Fortunately, this situation can and must be corrected.
For a number of years, Dick and I worked independently on global warming. He focused on developing global solutions while I worked on community and business outreach. We became aware of each other's work in 2019. We quickly saw that our two programs supported each other. We joined forces and developed the Global Solutions and Outreach Programs, GSOP, to deal successfully with the realities that Dick just mentioned and thereby place humanity on a positive path towards advancement and survival. Dick, would you please explain the Global Solutions Program, and then I'll address the Outreach Program.
The Global Solutions Program will mobilize a small army of engineers along with economists, social political experts, and other professionals, first in the US and then internationally, to evaluate all options to solve global warming. Solutions must halt the net release of greenhouse gas emissions, adapt to unavoidable climate change impacts, stabilize and adjust the Earth's energy balance, and address ocean acidification and other problems. The options will then be integrated into national plans for each country and summed into regional and global action plans that will solve global warming on Earth's terms while being economically supportable and socially, politically acceptable on human terms. The program is based on the proven wicked problem approach that we have successfully used to solve wicked problems during the past 30 years. Now Tom will explain the outreach program.
The outreach program will place 2 full-time and 20 part-time engineers in each state to advise and support local communities, leaders, and industry in their efforts to address climate change. A two-way link between the outreach program and the Global Solutions program will share results, exchange good ideas, provide social, political evaluations, and pilot test promising developments. In this way, the two programs will focus many minds at local, national, international, and global levels, working together to develop practical action plans to successfully solve global warming.
We must emphasize that the Global Solutions and Outreach programs of necessity do not use business as usual approaches. This requirement is being overlooked by everyone, by the United Nations, the United States, other nations, and the scientists at large. Very few people have heard or used the wicked problem approach. Our normal way of dealing with wicked problems is to ignore them, or kick the can down the road for others to solve, or treat symptoms rather than the problem itself. As a result, most wicked problems are never solved, but global warming is a problem that we must solve. In doing so, we will favor hiring young engineers, economists, and others in their 20s and 30s to lead and execute both programs. They have the boldness, energy, and self-interest to take on and solve this most difficult problem. And they are not addicted to business as usual approaches. We do face a challenge: how to impart understanding of our non-business as usual proposal and its critical needs. Providing you with the information on this website is our best answer. Specifically, would you please read the proposal summary and view the proposal briefing video? These present the why, how, and benefits of the Global Solutions and Outreach programs. You can then read the proposal details documents to see how these programs will be executed using a problem diagram, how they'll be staff resourced and started up. Also, please view the Wicked Problem Approach orientation video to see where this approach came from and how it worked. We are likely asking you to learn something new, and learning is never easy. You may need to review the information several times to see how the parts fit together. If you do agree, we invite you to join this important work.
Thank you, Dick. I would like to close with these thoughts. Trillions of dollars will be required annually to resolve global warming. So we're only going to have one shot at this. We must not rely on political agendas, corporate priorities, and special interest passions to essentially guess at solutions to this most complex problem. The Wicked Problem Approach will cut through these biases and provide solid solutions that will work when implemented. As Dick said, please review our website to learn about our proposed Global Solutions and Outreach programs. If you support this initiative, please join us and help us to secure the funding needed to begin this important work.